Never ever give up, Mr Sailesh.
Yeah, you're speaking to Mr. Sailesh. Oh, I'm getting a call from Indian Research Center. Oh, really? Oh, great, sir. Yes, please tell me. Oh, am I selected for a job? Can I know the title of it? Oh, is it a junior astronomical scientist? Oh, good to know that. Okay. Yes, I would be happy to work as an apprentice for the next 6 months. Thank you, sir. That was just a dream. You may all be wondering as to what the scientist is doing in the Toastmasters Club. I had a dream about becoming an astronomical scientist when I was studying in college. And this used to be my dream for quite a long time, until I joined the company. But the realistic number is that I studied physics and then immediately joined in a company. I stayed in home just for 3 days and joined in a healthcare BPO company, where I was pushed to learn sales and marketing and master the skill set. The fact is that I used to work 10 hours a day in the office for close to 12 years. I've learned a lot of things during my journey with my office. I was so dedicated in such a way that I keep all my problems away from me during the weekdays. I have asked my family to deal with the problems only during the weekdays. And I was so inspired with the way the sales and marketing went within me. But not all dreams will come true, but certain dreams can come true with the fullest effort that we can take. My boss is my true inspiration, because when he started this company, he was having a small apartment and it was rented, and he was using a second-hand car. When I joined the company, it was a $180,000 turnover company. But when I left the company after 12 years, it has become $1.62 million company. It was good, isn't it? So my dream directly shifted from becoming an astronomical scientist to an entrepreneur. I started deciding to see if I can do some vast research to see if I can become an entrepreneur. Slowly, my dream of becoming an astronomical scientist has slowly faded away. Eventually, it stopped at one point in time. And my dream is all about becoming an entrepreneur. Becoming an entrepreneur is not so easy. Success does not come so easily, isn't it? No pain, no gain. Because I have been with my CEO and I have been through the challenges that he had in running the entire show of the company. And I know the difficulties that he went through. With all those learning I took in mind, and then I decided to do some research on entrepreneurship. And at the same time, I made sure that I keep all my family problems only during the weekends, which helped me in many ways. Like some of the problems have really resolved by itself before even the weekend came for me to resolve it. So now, here is what I have learned when I did a lot of research in becoming an entrepreneur, which is not so easy. I would like to share that with you all, and I wish this will be helpful for my fellow Toastmasters who are dreaming about becoming an entrepreneur. Number one, find a solution for a problem and build your empire. It's all about, in a nutshell, entrepreneurship is all about choose a problem that most people are having and figure out a solution and build an empire. Choose a problem which most of the people are having. Figure out a solution for it. That way it will be easy for you to sell your product and services. Try to convert your talent into a skill, because talent is all natural, which is inbuilt within you. Skill is something which you have to develop by putting in hours and hours of effort. And number three, which is going to be super interesting, do not spread yourself so thin, which means do not try to do things to everybody. The Bruce Lee says, I'm not afraid of a person who knows 1,000 different kicks. I'm afraid of one person who practices one kick 1,000 times. There's a vast difference, isn't it? At the same time, the point number 5 is that do not try to invest all your time in one business. Try to focus on multiple things. Focus on one X first master the basics, and then move on to 5x, and then move on to 6x. Lastly, entrepreneurship is all about if you are not making others' life easy, you're wasting your time. Simple as that. If you want to become better in your life, make sure that you're trying to make others' life easy. So do you all think that my dream is to become an entrepreneur till now? Thank you. Yes, that was my dream until a couple of weeks ago. I'll tell you the story. It was exactly on April the 16th. I finished off my office work. I reached my home around 4 o'clock. No power. I refreshed myself and hit the bed. It was around 4:30 in the early morning. No sound whatsoever. No noise from fan. No noise from AC. It was a pin drop silence. Soon after I hit my bed, I went into a deep sleep. Suddenly, I woke up. It was around 5:30 in the morning, and it was another dream for me. And this time, it is not a new dream. It is the old dream which I used to dream a lot about becoming an astronomical scientist. But I was wondering as to why this dream has come to mind at this situation of time. Because I became an entrepreneur, I can dictate my terms. But at the same time, I started thinking about to see if I can do astronomical physics. Yes, there is a possibility. I figured out a solution how to derive this. So I've decided to use entrepreneurship as my tool to become an astronomical scientist. Here is how it is. If I can make my financial strength so high in such a way that my family do not have to depend on me on my monthly income, at least for 3 to 5 years, which will have a breathing time for me to practice my astronomical physics, number one. Number two, if I can make my organization and company run by its own, maybe set in an auto mode, and it's going to help me to run the show entirely. And number three, if I can make my wife run the show instead of me, which is absolutely okay. She is running my show at my home, but it's not that easy. So I urge people not to leave their dream. Keep looking forward to it. Never, ever give up. Thank you.